Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am building another family home, and this time it's a big, happy family house. I hope you guys will like this. I've been very excited to share this house with you guys. I've actually mentioned it recently in a lot of different speed builds because I've been so excited to share it, and it's been about 2 weeks since I've built it. So if I forget anything, then please forgive me. But I just haven't got a chance to do the voiceover. Thankfully now I'm finally getting the opportunity to do this voiceover though, because I've been very eager to share it, and yeah, I just love this house. And let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. But basically my idea for this house was to do something for a pretty large family. I ended up making it for 6 Sims. I have room for 2 parents, I have room for a teen, 2 kids, and a toddler. And there's also a craft room, so you could easily turn that into a bedroom if you really wanted to, but I would say leave it as a craft room because I think it's pretty cool to have a craft room, and I honestly hadn't really made a proper one since Nifty Knitting was released. And it's something I've definitely been needing to do. And so I thought that the mom of this house is like the ultimate homemaker. I thought that was pretty perfect for this house and like the idea that I had in mind. And I was kind of inspired by something my friend was telling me recently about this mother that she knows who's like the super mom basically. She makes all of her kids like Halloween costumes homemade. She takes her kids to every activity, and she's always like put together and, you know, in shape and all of this stuff. She's just super mom basically. And so that's how I see the mom of this household. And the dad or the other parent of the household I didn't really think too much about, so please forgive me, but one of the parents is really into crafting and does all of the things. So I really liked that idea, and I thought it was fun to create a craft room. And then my other idea for this house was to make it pretty colorful and bright and just use lots of different packs that have those more cutesy, colorful items in them. Like, you know, like Nifty Knitting, like Parenthood, even like Seasons and Laundry Day have some pretty cute colors as well, and Kids Room stuff also has some pretty cute colors. So yeah, that was what I ended up doing in this build, and I decided to make the exterior blue because I realized recently that I haven't done too many blue houses. I usually tend to go for the green siding color because I like that one, and then I've used like the browns and creams a few different times in different suburban homes, but the blue I think I've only used like a couple of times. So yeah, I'm really happy with using that color and just really happy with the way the build turned out in general. I think the shape of it's nice. I love the little like wooden flower boxes on the windows, and I think it's just such a charming home, and I think it actually fits in so nicely here in Willow Creek. And I wouldn't mind doing enough builds to fill up this neighborhood in this style of homes. I mean, this is definitely not the style that I have going for my save file, but in case you wanted to make your own save with my builds or something, then maybe I would have enough to fill in. Actually, I probably have enough builds in this style that would fit in the rest of the lots, except for maybe the 15, what are they, 10 by 15 or 15 by 20? Yeah, I think they're 15 by 20. I don't think I have any for those lots, but they're very small. So I don't know if this style of home would necessarily be the right one for that. But anyways, here you can see I'm starting with the landscaping. I, of course, went against my own rules and went ahead and did the landscaping before moving on to the interior, or at least figuring out the floor plan. But thankfully the floor plan worked out really easily, and I was able to fit in everything that I wanted to, and even a little bit more, because honestly I didn't have a clear vision on all of the rooms that I wanted to incorporate into this home before I started building it. It kind of just all came together as I was building it, and I came up with like the story and idea for the family as I was building it. But I knew I wanted it to be bright and colorful and for a big family. That was my initial idea. And I wanted them to be happy too. I mean, of course, I'm sure they have their problems and their drama, but I personally wasn't trying to base this off of any dramatic story. It's just for a big, happy family. And of course, I'm using a lot of debug and live edit objects plants because I love them, and I think they just look so much better than the regular build and buy catalog plans. I did use some of them recently in like a base game build that I did, and maybe another one recently. I can't exactly remember, but they look more plasticky and the textures to me just aren't as pretty, and the colors aren't as nice, and also the sizes of them sometimes are a bit weird too. I don't know if you guys agree, but yeah, I love the debug plants. But here you can see I'm also shaping out the backyard. I knew I wanted to include a swimming pool, a place for kids to play, and I also wanted to include a sandbox. And at first I wasn't really sure if I was going to find enough space to really fit one in, but thankfully I did, and it looks super cute. And I always try to include a sandbox in homes where I know there's going to be toddlers, because I feel like they just don't have really that many activities to do outside. I mean, they have the little kiddie pools, and I think I included one of those. I'm pretty sure I did. And yeah, so they can play in that, and then they have the sandbox that they can play in too. There's also the slide that I could have included, but I don't know. I wish we just had like regular, like outdoor jungle gyms like you would see maybe in people's backyards or at a park or something that just looked more realistic, because we got that jungle gym from, I think it was called Toddler stuff, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not exactly sure, but we got that, and it's just a bit, it's a bit crazy. It looks more like something you would see at like a McDonald's play area and not in somebody's backyard. So I don't think I've ever used that in a build. Maybe I should force myself to use it at some point, but I just don't really like it that much. I much more prefer like the swing set, and the little slide's pretty cute. If I would have had more space, I probably would have included the slide. I think I thought about it for a moment, but you could probably squeeze it in. I just didn't really think it looked that great anywhere I was trying to place it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll get more realistic backyard stuff for kids and toddlers at some point. Who knows? I'm really looking for like another family-oriented pack, like Parenthood, but bigger, like an expansion pack. I feel like I'm just really eager for an expansion pack, or even like a game pack or something new to come to the game, because I mean, we did have the paranormal stuff, and then we had the kits, which are all really nice, and I use, you know, pretty much all of them all of the time. But I'm just really eager for like a big pack and like a new world and like a new style. And I don't really know what I want exactly. I mean, there's lots of things that I want, like farming, another family-oriented pack, but I also want something that would be like completely different and like exotic and unexpected would be really cool too. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any ideas or things you want to see. But here you can see I'm decorating the swimming pool. I knew I wanted to have a swimming pool floaty, and at this point I don't add the kiddie pool, but I think I come back in a little while and add it, and I felt like the pool was too dark. Normally I do add the black flooring and wallpaper inside the swimming pools because I like the color it makes for the water. But since I was going for like a more bright and cheerful look for this build, I felt like having a turquoise bottom and siding would be more appropriate, and it actually looks really nice, so I'm gonna have to do that more often, because sometimes I feel like it looks a little bit cheesy and unrealistic, but that's more of the style I was going for, I guess, even though this build isn't totally unrealistic. But anyways, so here you can see I'm working on the floor plan, and like I said, I probably should have figured out the floor plan before doing all the landscaping, but it did come together pretty easily. I was able to fit in a full kitchen. There's a little laundry area on the little, I want to call it a back porch, because where I grew up in my parents' house, we always called the back porch like the mudroom area, even though it wasn't a porch at all. So it's just the back porch, I'm gonna call it, even though it's not a porch. I don't know. It's forever burned into my vocabulary, and it makes no sense probably for anybody else. But anyways, I was able to fit in a laundry area, a full dining room, a living room, that crafting room that I was talking about, and then several bathrooms. I'm not exactly sure how many. And then the parents' bedroom is actually downstairs, which I thought was pretty nice. And then the kids' rooms are upstairs. But here you can see I'm fitting in the sandbox, and I'm using these wood planks like I did in a previous build pretty recently. I think I used it also for a sandbox, if I'm remembering correctly. But either way, I thought it was a great way to line the sand, because for a long time I was using one of the low-lying fences, which works okay, but it just never looked quite the way I wanted to. But thankfully I had the idea to use those wooden planks, and I think it looks so much nicer, and it gives it a little bit of a rustic look with still kind of fitting into a build like this that isn't that rustic. So yeah, I liked that. And then here on the front porch, I added a chess table just to have an activity. And then back here on the lower back porch, I think I add just like an outdoor dining table. Again, I can't really remember. I think, or maybe another gaming table. I know I wanted to have like some seating areas and stuff, but I think I do a seating area on the top level and then a gaming table or something down here. Yeah, I think I actually use this poker table. Maybe? I don't know. It's actually been way too long since I decorated in this part of the build. I don't remember. So we will see it come together, but I'm sure I added a seating area and activities and probably some plants, because that's what I tend to do in a lot of my builds, because I like plants in The Sims and I like plants in real life. I'm pretty obsessed. But yeah, this is basically it for the exterior. I'm just gonna add, I'm pretty sure, a seating area. Oh yeah, I use these wicker chairs in this blue and yellow color. I don't know if I've ever used them in this color combination before. I've used these chairs a ton in like the orangey golden brown color and the dark brown a lot, but that one I'm not sure if I've ever used before, and I thought it looked so good and it suited this build in my opinion. But here I'm moving on to the interior, working on the kitchen to start off. And this kitchen is very interesting. It's a very unique shape, and I think if I would have done the floor plan before I finished the exterior, I probably would have changed something about the exterior to make the kitchen a little bit different. But I'm actually really happy that I didn't, because I think it's just different and it's kind of refreshing to do something a little bit different like this. And I don't know, I think it actually works really nicely. So hopefully you guys will like it too. And usually in larger family homes, I do like to have like a breakfast table, like just a smaller dining table in the kitchen separate from the actual dining room. But in this kitchen, I didn't quite have this space. I mean, I probably could have fit one in maybe along the window where I have the microwave and coffee pot, but I think it just would have been a little bit too crowded. So yeah, I'm actually not too bothered by it. It was something I was thinking about while I was building it, but at least I have the bar stools, and I think it's still like, I don't know, it looks really cute, and I'm really happy with this kitchen. And then here I'm adding the parenthood board. I did think about adding that other whiteout board that came from Discovery University. I liked it because it has like the calendar on it, and it has like the soccer stickers or little pictures and stuff, and it makes me feel like this family would take their kids to soccer practice, and they have a little board to stay organized and know their kids' schedule and when their friends' birthday parties are coming up, or different school events, and you know, just various things that they would need to go to. But it just felt like a bit much with the parenthood board right there, and the parenthood board is functional, so I felt like I would go with that one instead. But the Discovery University one is definitely a good one if you're more just into having something that tells a story rather than being functional. That was my idea anyways. You know what? Speaking of functional, I should have added a vacuum cleaner. That is an item from the kits pack, one of the kits pack, the Bust the Dust, is that what it's called? I forget. Forgive me if I'm getting that incorrect, but I always forget to use those items. I should have added one. Maybe if I remember, I will add one before uploading it to the gallery. But if not, it's an easy thing to add if you do own that pack. But here in the hallway, I just added a couple of backpacks, and I think I end up switching out that pink one for a red one, if I remember correctly. I think I changed the color because it ended up not suiting any of the child age Sims personalities to be pink. So that's what I decided to do. And then over here, I did have a wall of bookcases from, I think they're from Kids Room Stuff, but I ended up adding the washer and dryer there because I realized there was going to be no other place to include a washer and dryer in this build that would really work for me. I mean, I probably could have squeezed one into a bathroom or something, but I felt like in the hallway actually worked pretty nicely. And then for the living room, I just wanted it to be cluttered and lived in. So there's like crayons and art supplies and glue and laundry on the table, and there's toys around. And yeah, I just basically wanted it to feel really lived in, and you know, like kids have been recently working on homework at the coffee table, even though unfortunately they can't do that, but you know, we can pretend. And then also, you know, the parents were folding laundry, or the teen was helping out with laundry, or the kids or whatever, and the basket is just left there to be put away. So I like that idea too. And then I also wanted to include some sort of activity for kids down here, so I decided one of the arts and crafts tables. I forget if this one came from a pack or if it's a base game one. I'm not exactly sure, but I placed it over here in the corner, and then I just added a few decorations right next to it, and then there's a bookcase and then some artwork. And then over here is going to be the dining room. Now the dining room was also an odd shaped room, So it took me a little while to figure out exactly how I wanted to put it together, but I end up just placing it, I think, the original way that I had it, maybe over just a little bit. It was a little bit awkward for me because the bathroom kind of pokes into the room, and I wanted it to be more centered in the room, if you guys get what I mean. And then over here, I was trying to add this side table, and I tried adding a few decorations on it and a painting above it, and it looked okay, but I just wasn't 100% happy with it. Oh, and then I also tried putting the dining table at a diagonal, which I did think was nice. I think it looks okay, and I don't know, I also thought that maybe it would look a little bit different and be something kind of unique, but yeah, I don't end up keeping it that way. And what I end up doing is centering the dining table, like I said, and then also adding some more countertops from the kitchen in here. And then I put the teapot and some other like kitchen clutter on top of it, like the lemonade pitcher that came from Backyard Stuff. And I think that works so much better. It makes the area a lot more functional rather than just having a side table with some decorations that may look okay, but don't really serve that much of a purpose. And yeah, the table actually centered a lot nicer than I thought it did originally. I don't know why I was struggling with it for so long, but yeah, this dining room was quite the process. I tried lots of different things, so hopefully you guys don't mind me leaving in all of my struggles. But here's when I got the idea just to add some extra counters from the kitchen and then add some functional items that are, make sense for like a kitchen or dining room or something. And I think it actually looks really good, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, I'm glad I took so long and didn't just settle with the first like way I decorated it or something. But over here is going to be like the parents' wing of the house. This is where their bedroom is, their ensuite bathroom, and then also that arts and crafts room that I was talking about. And the arts and crafts room also took me a while, like the dining room, to get like figured out and put together. But I'm so happy that I took so long because I think it's so cute and it's fully decorated. And there's lots of different stuff from Nifty Knitting. There's even some mannequins in here dressed in the Nifty Knitting clothes that you have to unlock, which I thought was pretty fun. And you could even add some like kids mannequins in here and put Halloween costumes on them during like, what do they call it in games? Spooky Day, when Spooky Day comes around, and you could pretend like the mom made them herself, or the dad too, it doesn't really matter. But I was thinking mom in my head while I was building this, and yeah, I just think it ended up being so cute. And it does change over time, like as I'm building it, I do switch up like a few different colors and the way I like decorated the table and stuff. But yeah, like I said, it was a process, and I took quite a long time on it. I mean, I took quite a long time on this build in general because it was such a big house, and also I just had lots of ideas and I wanted it to be just right. But here I did think about adding some shelves for like a display of all of the different knitted items, but then I remembered that big wall hanging with all of the extra yarn and has like a little bulletin board and different ribbons, and this thing right here, I can't believe I almost forgot it existed. That would have been like a huge shame not to use in this room. So it fit perfectly right there, and it was a great way just to show extra craft supplies. And then I could use this shelf to display other knitted things that the Sim has made. And then I just clutter up this bottom here with some like folders and things. And then I think I also end up including one of those little llama planters. Yeah. Oh, they're so cute. I really want one of those in real life. And then I also clutter up the table with some debug art supplies that you'll see here in just a moment. I actually shared them to the gallery quite a while ago. I can't exactly remember when, but if you scroll through my gallery page, there will be some rooms where I uploaded some art supplies that I used the tool mod on to just reorientate the scissors, some paintbrushes and stuff, and I decided to use them here on the table, and I think they look so good. And one of them is actually like hovering in the air, or like a couple of them, so you'll see that. But thankfully when I went to go take the screenshots, I was able to fix it. And I put 2 chairs on both ends of these tables because I wanted it to feel like, 2 Sims could sit here and do crafts together, but also you could add like a computer or something really easily. But I did add the drawing tablet because I felt like it was just a little bit more appropriate for this room, or at least the way I decorated it at the moment. But if your Sim has like a laptop, that would be perfect actually. But here you can see I'm adding those art supplies that I was talking about, and some extra like crayons and like glue and glitter and just various things that I could find in the debug menu that made sense. But the rotated ones, like I said, are on my gallery page. I forget exactly what I called them, but they should be pretty easy to find, especially if you just search my gallery page by rooms, because then you would probably see them a little bit easier, hopefully. If I remember, I will link them in the description, but no promises because I will probably forget, but I will try to remember. But yeah, this is basically it for the crafts room. I don't think I add anything else. Maybe I do, but I think that's how it ends up being, and I think it's so adorable. But over here is going to be the parents' master bedroom. So for the master bedroom, I just wanted it to look basically like the rest of the house, have similar colors and a similar feel, and basically just design style and decorating style. And I thought this bed from Seasons was pretty perfect because it's blue and the exterior of the house is blue. And I was thinking about using this blue chair and this white dresser from Cats and Dogs, but the style of it just really wasn't working for the rest of the house. So I ended up swapping out the dresser for one from Seasons. And then I can't remember if I kept the chair or swapped it out for a different one. But the Seasons dresser I think works perfectly. I really like just the design of it, and I thought it actually just it worked for this style because this house it feels traditional, but it's kind of modern, and I don't know, I thought it looked really cute over here. And then of course I have a plant, and I think I do end up leaving the chair, so there's a few traditional things. And then I put that picture frame above the bed because I thought they should have pictures of their kids maybe above their bed or something, and yeah, I thought that was a good spot to put it. And then I did think that they had like a dog and a cat, so I did include a litter box here in this bathroom. And I don't think I included any other like cat or dog things besides the food bowls in the kitchen. So if you wanted more activities for them, I'm sure there's plenty of space to add like a little scratching post or something. Maybe not like a full-on cat tree because those take up a lot of space, but there's a lot of different varieties. There's some smaller ones too. So I'm sure you guys could figure it out if you wanted to include those. But here I'm moving on to the upstairs. So the landing area and hallway leading to the back balcony aren't really that interesting. I think I add like a couple pieces of artwork, but this is going to be the shared bathroom for the kids. And it didn't quite work out the way I wanted to because I really want to use that shower from Parenthood with the elephants on it and make like a whole kids themed bathroom. But yeah, it just didn't work out that way because of the window placement, and there really just wasn't a great place for me to put the shower. I mean, I could have put it where I put the countertops, but I just didn't think that would be like a great place to put the shower. But it still ends up feeling like a kid's bathroom because I add some like toys in here and some like rubber duckies, and also the mat that I put on the floor has some whales on it. So I still feel like it feels like a kid's bathroom, and I think it looks so adorable. And I'm actually really happy with it. So yeah, I'm not too bothered anymore that I wasn't able to make it the way I wanted to originally. And the teenager actually ends up having their own ensuite bathroom, which is something I don't normally do, but it just worked out that way with the floor plan, and I do really like that too. But here I'm just figuring out how I'm gonna do these bedrooms and the themes that they're going to be, because up until this point I hadn't really figured it out. I just placed some like kids stuff down in the living area, but hadn't really thought about their personalities. But I decided to do this kids room sports themed, since I did imagine, you know, the parents take their kids to every event. They go to soccer, they're in different clubs, they go to, I don't know all of the things that they do, but all of the activities, they're in them and they're very active, but especially sports, because we have tons of sports stuff for kids, and I love creating like themed bedrooms for children. They're so much fun, and we just have lots of like soccer and even like football and just various different sports related items. I don't know, it's so cute. And then now we have bunk beds too, so I was able to easily fit 2 kids in this room. But if you just wanted 1 kid in this room, that would totally work too. But since I can, I'm going to use the bunk beds. And then I did end up using that whiteout board in this room so they can keep track of their soccer schedule or when their friends' birthdays are. And I'm sure their mom comes in here and maybe she just does it for them. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I also put some toys and stuff on the ground. And I think I forgot a laundry hamper in the bedrooms, and I think I remember them later on or something, and so I end up placing a laundry hamper underneath that little trophy shelf. But it's not a big change, but I thought I would mention it anyways. And then they also have this table over here where I put 2 chairs at so they can sit and do their homework together. I did 1 journal and then 1 laptop, but they could easily just not have either of those and just sit there and do their homework. But I wanted to put something there just to feel like they were actively doing something pretty recently. And then I just put a few decorations over here on this dresser. I really didn't have room to fit like a large dresser in here because I added that table with the, you know, the little I'm gonna call it a homework space, the homework desk. But I think that dresser is plenty. And then over here is going to be the toddler's room. And I decided that I would do like a little pink and kind of just sweet toddler's room. And I thought that was pretty adorable. So I was also thinking that maybe this family has another kid on the way, but they don't quite know yet. And I think that could be kind of a fun story to go with for this family if you guys wanted to play with like a big family. Of course, they could always turn the arts and crafts room into another bedroom, but there is a teenager's room, so maybe they're moving out soon and you could easily turn that into a nursery if you wanted to. But I'm sure you guys, will figure it out if you have your own families in mind for it. But that's just something I was thinking about. But in here I included a dollhouse and some of these really cute wall stickers. And then also that ballerina little height chart I thought was pretty cute to put in there. But there I included the laundry basket in the kids' room because I forgot about it, and it's something I want to include. And I also forgot about making room for toddler potties, and so I did end up putting one in the toddler's room, which I hate to do. But there I just realized I forgot to add something along that wall down in the dining room, so I quickly added a painting and then also a high chair in there as well. But I think this room is super cute, and I had a lot of fun decorating it. So it just has a few toys and it's just very pink. And I never quite know what to say about toddlers because I feel like there's still so much for the like personalities to develop, and they're still like, they're brand new, so they don't really know what they like yet. So it's just a pink room. But over here is going to be the teenager's room. Now for the teenager's room, I think they are really into nature and plants. And so I used this wallpaper with the leaves on it, which I thought was pretty cool. And then a lot of the decorations, I basically just tried to pick ones that were green to show that they like plants and animals. And then also from Discovery University, we had that really cool mirror with all the stickers, which worked perfect for this room. And then I also used some of those underwater pictures from Island Living, and I thought that maybe they did a bit of photography, or that was from like a vacation they took or something. And this room just came together so easily for me, and it was so much fun. And I really just enjoyed finding the different decorations that suited the theme that I was going for. And I also included one of the little animal cages from my first pet stuff, and I've really been enjoying using those recently. I used one in the collab that I did with D-Sims, and I'm gonna have to use them a lot more in kids' rooms because I think they're a lot of fun. But when I first placed it, I didn't really pay attention to which one I grabbed, and I think I grabbed the Void Critter one and then noticed it when I was taking the screenshots. But I ended up replacing it for a more realistic animal because that's what I wanted to do, and I think I chose the rat, if I remember correctly. But either way, that's it for the teenager's room. It's very green and very like plant oriented, which I think is really cool. But this is their ensuite bathroom, and I really like that they have an ensuite because that's something I don't normally do. Usually I only do that in like actual parents' master bedrooms. They get an ensuite, but I had the room for it, so it worked out, and I just added things that look like they belong for a teen and that matched the bedroom. But basically this is it for the entire build. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love a story that would never end.